Oh, wait 1 second, please. I'm
basically,
sorry. I just give me 1 second. Okay. We have somebody named Hunter who put a super chat up here and writes, honest question, just trying to understand. Do you support abortion? If so, how could you as a vegan? I'm not here to talk about humans. I'm not here to talk about abortion. That is between a woman and her doctor. It's not for me to decide what women are going to do with their bodies. All right? However, I'll be honest with you. I think that if somebody is going to abort uh, a sentient being, that's a different story. So when do humans become sentient? Well, that's another discussion. Okay? All right. But on the other hand, I also don't think that we should force women to stay pregnant. They are going to be terrible mothers if they don't want those children. And the society doesn't help. So, yeah, that's a whole other subject. Okay? Um, Give me 1 more second. I'm sorry. See, I have another super chat here.
no worries.
Jim Bob donated $5, and Jim Bob says, "It's not evil. Stop interrupting her." I guess he thinks I'm interrupting you. See, just one sec. I don't know who he's talking about, but maybe. And writes, "You're not kind by just screaming over people trying to prove your point when you're wrong." Okay, well, here, let's try this for a sec, okay? Let's just see if Z is actually going to answer the question, okay? Hold on. Okay, Z, go ahead.
Okay, because God created everything.
This
He
is
has
just
a
making me
point,
mad.
but we do not know what the point is.
Okay, you still didn't answer the
My
question.
mic
You didn't
sounds
answer the question.
terrible, but
Why
what's
would
wrong
God
with you?
create animals who are going to rip apart other animals when he didn't have to?
This is
Because
my answer. My answer is basically we do not know why
because
God did
they
that.
has to
But
do
everything
that.
that God did,
It's
He has
population.
a
What's
point
it?
to it.
Nobody in the
Where, how do you know? How do you know he has? How do you
We
know
will
he
be
had a
all
point?
dead.
How do you know he's just not drunk and stoned and in the middle of creating the world he just fucked up? Maybe he's up there right now biting his fingernails and going, "Oh shit, I really fucked up. Oh my god, why did I create
If he
lions?
messed up,
Why did I create?"
I
How do you
think
know?
he would
How
have
do you know he
fixed
doesn't
it
regret
by
it?
now. But it's not.
Because God knows everything, and He wouldn't create.
How do you know that God knows everything? How do you know he knows everything?
All right, Satan.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
No, answer my question. How do you know he knows everything?
Okay, well, basically, even if I go on and on, you won't really.
Instant karma.
You have
Strike
your
him.
point or
God,
fact
strike
in
me
But you're
down
not
with a
answering my
lightning
question,
bolt,
sweetie.
please.
You're not answering my questions, okay? So I don't think we're gonna get anywhere here. Do you
Wait,
eat?
wait,
Do you eat animals?
Don't.
Do you eat animals?
No, I'm vegan.
You're vegan.
But I just.
Congratulations. That's great. I'm very proud of you.
Wait.
So now
can I
instead
ask
of
a question.
but you haven't answered my questions.
I want to eat this yogurt
just-
right
just
now
a
because
question.
you're
How did you become vegan?
Well,
And,
I do not, cause.
What would you do if your children eat meat? This is my question.
God, please strike her down or give her
Why
a
did
heart
I? Well,
attack.
this is a lot of questions, and look, I'm really, I don't mind answering them, but I also have to pay attention over here on YouTube. Just give me a second, okay? So I have, okay, I just got a $10 super chat here, and the person writes, Luke 24:42. Now they're quoting the Bible, okay? And the person writes, and they gave him a piece of broiled fish. Okay, why are you quoting a Bible? You know, the Bible is just peer pressure from dead people. The Bible is just, look, you know, you think you have a Bible? All kinds of religions have all kinds of Bibles and books. Why are you showing me something that I don't even believe in? Why are you trying to justify violence? Honored one, TF3. You paid $10 to come here to try to justify violence. It also says in the Bible, by the way, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal. You know what that means? Be vegan at every meal. Okay, honored one dash TF3.
You know your vegan food? I'm allergic
Be
to
good.
it. I'll die.
Be kinder. All right, we have this other one. Someone writes, I have a question. Is there a recipe to make vegan ice cream? Yes.
Oh,
My
now.
husband makes the best vegan ice cream. So you take a bunch of bananas, and you take them when they're nice and sort of like slightly
Oat
getting a little
milk,
bit brown,
not
you know,
bananas.
and you peel them all, and you break them into pieces, and you put them into your freezer, in a big bowl in your freezer. About 3 bananas per person.
Oat
Then you're
milk.
going to be putting them in a blender after they're frozen. So put them in a blender with a little bit of soy milk and a huge spoon of cocoa powder, or if you want it to be cinnamon flavored, you can put cinnamon and turmeric. And you blast that thing. And you need, some of the blenders break. But we have a pretty good one. Even our blender, which is a Vitamix, sometimes it's like, oh my god, these blenders are so frozen. So you just have to be patient, But we have one of those things where you plummet, what is it called? Plunge. It's like a plunger. So you put the plunger at the top of the blender and you go zzz, and you do that. And then it becomes so good. And it doesn't even taste like bananas. And then you can put walnuts on top. You put blueberries on top. It is so healthy. In fact, you could feed your child this type of homemade vegan ice cream every single morning for breakfast. How cool is that? Right? That's amazing. I absolutely love your question. SSL, you're going on the Vegan Fantastic side. SSL. Check mark for you. All right, Z.
Hey.
I still have a bunch of more super chats to respond to over here. If you have a really quick one, you can ask me.
Okay. My question is, what will you do if your children eat meats, or your grandchildren?
Why would they? Why would they hurt animals?
I don't know. I'm just wondering, are they vegan as well? And
of course my children are vegan. Why would they hurt animals?
Even your grandchildren?
Of course.
The one who was just born?
Well, the one who's just born is being breastfed by my daughter, and my daughter's vegan, and her milk is vegan because it is freely given and not stolen.
Well, what would you do if they ate meat? Would you not speak to them or something?
That's never going to happen. I'm not going to deal with that hypothetical. It's not a concern of mine. Why would my kids be cruel?
When did your how did?
Just hold on one second.
Hi there,
okay?
Aiden.
Okay, yeah, you've been here a really long time, but just let me go to
Hey,
the
Co-pilot.
next. Okay, we have
I
somebody
wonder
named
what's wrong with these
Jackie,
vegan
who writes,
teachers.
honest question.
I'm
Do
hoping
you
AI
support
can actually fix
cannibalism?
Can you say something about
What kind of a
the
question is that?
Bible, like a giant sentence?
Why are you asking me
like,
something like
give
that?
me a entire verse
Why would
in the
I or
Bible?
anyone else want to eat another person?
Absolutely. Diving straight in.
You're
Think
in
of the
middle
Bible
of
as a
Antarctic,
massive
or you're
collection
in
of
the Arctic,
stories,
your plane
wisdom,
crashes on
and
a big
poetry
hill,
all rolled in.
Okay, and you have no choice and
I
you
don't
have to
think
eat
that.
Joe. Okay, go
I
ahead
think
and eat
it's
Joe if he died.
true.
But otherwise, no. It's so silly. Humans are animals too. Okay, life or death situation's different.
Technically, we're not animals.
Alright. Okay, now somebody named VR Girl gave a $4.99 tip and writes, by the way, people kill animals and eat them. So animals population doesn't overgrow and take over human population. By the way, people kill animals and eat them. Well, people are killing the animals that they breed into existence in the first place. And
Sorry
that's
guys,
evil
I have to end this
and
video.
cruel.
I'll be right back.